Hello, my name is Farzeen Mahmud and today I will be reviewing a book called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. This book is my favorite book from the Roald Dahl collection I have, and when you hear my review you will also understand why it is one of my favorites. I will also tell the short form of the story so you can understand my review. I am introducing now Charlie Bucket, the main character, Mr. Willy Wonka, Augustus Globe, Mike TV, Veruca's Salt, Violet Bogart, and the Oompa Loompas. I am also adding Mr. and Mrs. Bucket, Charlie's parents, Grandpa Joe, Grandma Josephine, Grandpa George, and Grandma Georgina, Charlie's grandparents. Charlie is a boy who is really poor but loves chocolate. So you can understand what tortures him, that when he sees other children munching on chocolate bars. But the thing that tortured him the most, that in front of his house to the biggest factory in the world. But Charlie was a really kind and good-hearted boy because his love and passion that he gets from his parents and grandparents who also lived in that house, he was really good-hearted boy. Every evening he went to the grandparents' rooms and discussed everyday objects and how to appreciate small things. He also heard that from the Wonka factory, nobody ever went in or comes out except chocolate and candy. He found that it is quite true. The very next day, Charlie's father came home with a newspaper in his hand that he has found in the dustbin that said Wonka's factory open to a 5 p.m. It said, I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my factory this year. These lucky 5 will be allowed to see all the secrets and magic. 5 children have to find 5 golden tickets under 5 chocolate bars. The finders were Augustus Globe, Mike TV, Veruca's Salt, Violet Bogart, and Charlie Bucket. He just got lucky. When they went inside the Wonka's factory, they met Willy Wonka and his workers, the Oompa Loompas. Their height were no longer than the height of your knee. Mr. Wonka brought them from Oompa Land in search of new candy flavors. They first saw the chocolate room in which Augustus Globe drowned in the chocolate river, but he lived. In the inventing room, Violet Bogart chewed a piece of gum that Mr. Wonka made to replace all kitchens and washing dishes. It was made to assemble 3 meals in a row, and there were also other food like roast beef, potato, and blueberry pie. But when it goes to blueberry pie, Violet Bogart swelled up into a big blueberry. Same thing happened with 20 Oompa Loompas. 2 children are gone. Will Charlie and the other 2 children survive in that factory? If you are curious about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you have to read this book. As for my review, I think this book is excellent and I really like Mr. Wonka's inventions for chocolate and candy. And did you know Mr. Wonka is a magician with chocolates and candy? He even made ice cream that will not melt in the hottest sun. I really like these inventions, and if you're curious about those two, you have to read this book. And since I read this book, Roald Dahl became my favorite writer, and to this day he is my favorite writer. Thank you.